Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Lugano Business Forum. My name is Antonio Borgonovo, and I'm the founder and CEO of Yeldo. Before we were talking about democratizing angel investor, now I'm happy to, happy to share with you some ideas about how to democratize real estate investing and how we are doing it at Yeldo. In fact, have you ever wondered how can a private individual investor invest in real estate? I wrote like Blackstone, but I use the name Blackstone that everybody knows, but the meaning is like an institutional professional investor. Well, perhaps just a very limited number of investors can afford to pay the 10 million plus ticket that is required for you to participate in a Blackstone managed fund. But what about the rest of us? What about the rest of the investors? So maybe another idea is to pull together like-minded individuals into club deals. But how do you ensure that these club deals are not something that you do occasionally? How you do it professionally? How do you ensure that there is enough deal flow, access to deal flow? And how do you ensure that there is diversification into the investments? And so if you start to think about doing club deals in a systematic way, you need to think to do it in a way that is regulated, of course, and also because we are in the 21st century, in a way, at Yeldo, we're thinking to do it in a way that is digital. So that's why we created Yeldo. We are on a mission to allow anyone to invest in real estate like an institutional investors using technology, using a digital platform. In fact, today, let's look at some data. Today, basically 98% of the people are not able to invest in alternative investment like real estate. And if you look at the data, institutional investors instead, they allocate up to 50%, 50% of their portfolio in alternative investment. Whereas private individuals, only 2%. So why institutional investors allocate so much of their portfolio into alternative investment? It's because in the past few years, alternative investment have been proving to be able to provide returns that are higher than traditional investments, or can be higher than traditional investments, and furthermore, they provide diversification and the correlation to the markets. So why we want to allow individual people to benefit from alternative investments like real estate and to be able to do it like a professional investor? Because of course, real estate is the largest asset class among alternative investments and is very attractive. It offers, of course, low correlation to the market. It's because it has a real asset underlying, it offers capital protection, naturally, and it's, as you may know, a natural hedge against the inflation. So especially in times like today, where inflation is growing, it offers protection. So at Yeldo, we have been building this platform where investors can invest fully digitally and with minimum starting from 10,000, which is very different, of course, from the 10 million that you are required if you wanted to invest with like Blackstone, let's say. In our platform, investors can actually select 3 different types of products, let's say. One is the deal-by-deal selection, where they can choose to enter the single deal, single transaction. They also have the opportunity to choose a fund selection and even benefit from secondary market. So we are adding an additional layer of liquidity to an inherently illiquid asset class. If you go to yeldo.com now, we have created a very sleek, very user-friendly digital process where investor can actually complete the entire investment within 15 minutes. Investors have access to a list of selected, curated opportunities They have a page where they can find all the reporting, all the information about the deal, of course, and they can complete the onboarding and the entire process within 15 minutes on the platform. Today, to be more precise, we operate two different platforms. One is Yeldo and is, let's say, reserved for those investments which requires the investor to be accredited as a professional investor. And the second one is called Yeldo Crowd. So the first one is available only to professional investors with minimums of 125,000. The second one is Yeldo Crowd, is available also to retail investors, and the minimum investment is 10,000. Just to give you two examples, we recently fundraised two projects, one in Milan, in the Brera district. We raised 8.6 million, which give to the investor the 11% IRR net return per year over 30 months holding period. And this was subscribed through our platform by 14 professional investors with an average ticket of 650,000. On the other side, we recently raised 2.5 million on an investment project in Firenze, which gives 12% IRR over 18 months holding period. And this was subscribed by 70 retail investors with an average ticket of 36,000. Anyways, do not mistake, Yeldo is not just, we do not see Yeldo as a technology marketplace only. So we do not let anybody to post their investment in real estate and use the platform to raise the funds. We are an investment manager which offer its own curated selection of investments also to private individuals through a digital platform. In fact, what does it mean in practice? It means that in the course of these years, we have created a team, the culture, the processes that enable today Yeldo to act as a professional investment manager and then offer the investment to the platform. In fact, you need to understand that our selection process is very strict. We screen hundreds of real estate opportunities every year, and only 3%, about 3% make it to the platform. To do the origination, the deal valuation, the due diligence, we partner with leading players in the real estate sector. Some of them you can see named there. And also we have built a strong team with tens of years combined experience in the real estate investment management sector. And you can see some of the names. They've been all working previously for leading institutional manager and leading institutional investors in the real estate space. This is because we really want to take this competence. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, quick question. Is it like a loan to invest?
Yes, a good question. It's both, but I will. Yeah. So the question was, what is the underlying investment? If it is a loan or if it is equity, and I will answer in a minute. Yeah, good question. So the reason why we do this is because really we want to provide this intelligence like an investment manager, professional investment managers, and put it to the service of the platform through the digital investment process. Yes, just to give you a couple examples, because we are an investment manager, we not only select the deals that we originated and we structure, but we also adapt our investment strategy and our investment focus according to the market environment, like an investment manager would do. So for example, today we are focusing our investment into the private debt real estate. So why? Because we think that having an investment now collateralized by real estate in private debt can benefit from the higher return given the increase of the interest rates, but at the same time it's more protected against the market volatility in the current market environment, which is more uncertain. So we believe that this is a good time to invest in private debt. So our current focus is not much in the pure equity position, but we are focusing on providing mezzanine and senior lending to real estate projects. So in practice, what we do, we partner with leading real estate developers. They have projects they want to develop, they want to invest in, but they lack some of the financing because, as you know, banks in the past 20 years, traditional lenders have been providing lower and lower capital. Access to traditional lending is becoming more and more difficult. This is a huge trend. So basically, our company is benefiting from, or is positioning to, two huge trends, two mega trends. One is the democratization of private assets. This is a huge trend we talked about before. And one is the funding gap, the need for alternative capital, which is growing and will continue to grow. And also, so we focus on private debt, mezzanine, and senior position, preferred equity positions. But also, in the current market environment, we are focusing on high-end luxury residential projects and high-end luxury hospitality projects. Works? Sorry. Okay, this. Just to give you two examples, why we are focusing on high-end luxury residential projects and high-end hospitality projects? Because data show that when the market is uncertain or in recession, these asset classes are more resilient. So that's why we decided to focus in this moment in this kind of asset class. So just to give you two examples of the recently closed project. Well, one is the same that was before, is the project in the center of Milan. This is a very high-end residential development in the very heart of Brera, Milano. And the second one, as an example, is a luxury boutique hotel in Spain, in the Priorat region, which is a very famous winery region in Catalonia near Barcelona. Of course, you can find a lot of more information for every single deal on the platform, and I'm happy if you want to discuss, but just to give you some flavors. So I'm going to finish just to tell you some numbers to give you an idea of where we are in this, our mission to democratize access to real estate investment. So far, Yeldo have been financing 23 projects worth more or less 450 million euros. And now we have over 5,000 registered investors in the platform. And especially, most importantly, the actual return that we've been providing to the investors, net return per year, has been historically 14.1% net. So, of course, we are just at the beginning of this journey to democratize real estate investment. It's an exciting journey, but I hope I gave you some ideas about it, and I'm happy to take any question now or later when you want.
Thank you, Antonio. So I suggest to have questions after, because the speaker, they're not leaving. So with that, we are wrapping up our panel on the future trends, on the doing business in the near future. We covered the new approach for construction with Gropius, like a new Tesla for construction, basically, but for construction. With our company Yeldo, democratizing the investing in the real estate as an alternative opportunity to venture capital, which Yuri explained with the example of iClub and other our friends. Clubs like Verve VC in Switzerland, in Zurich actually. And we should not forget about sustainability and being always on the mission. Julia explained our platform One Ukraine, and I mean, we have to now do something sustainable and on the mission. Otherwise the business is just the money, and that is not working any longer. Thank you very much, and thanks for all the speakers. We stay here, so please feel free to ask questions. Thank you.